Hello and welcome back to round 4 of some hot standard action, or at least some lukewarm standard action.
No, it's hot. I'm here. Bam, 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 bam.
Sure, so we actually do have something a little bit more interesting than one of our standard decks. So we've got Mike again on his White-Black Knights, which is admittedly pretty spicy. And Jesse Bonney on, or Bonney, I don't know, on Blue-White Control with Cats. So that's pretty spicy.
This is actually an old callback to Blue-White Approach. This is how Blue-White Approach won after the opponent brought in Lost Legacy and named Approach the Second Son.
Okay.
So they used Regal Caracal to win the game. I would assume that Jesse is playing some more cats than just Regal Caracal.
Right, because otherwise the name wouldn't be accurate.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I did not realize that the other table... So we were considering putting on JD again, and his opponent was James, and I didn't think about it, but that would have been the blue-black, or red-black aggro.
That would have been hell.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't have even been that bad. It just would have been over so quickly. Like, they can't keep each other in check, and it would have either stalemated or just been over in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's not really an in-between.
So it either would have gone to, it would have been over in 10 minutes, or we probably would have gone to time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty
There is
accurate.
no in-between.
Yeah. I mean, I don't... What is Mike doing? Did he break his sleeve or something?
I think he may have.
Oh, he's shuffling in his sideboard. Okay. Alright. Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a hot second here.
Yep, that's alright. At least he caught it, so he's fixing it, but... And, I don't know if he realizes he's showing his opponent his deck, or he just doesn't care.
He probably doesn't care at this point.
I think it's a little both.
Yeah.
Conqueror's Banner is interesting. Damn, that's not good. Yeah, I don't think Mike cares either. I mean, he's here for fun. Most people on Wednesday are here for fun.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, Mike seems pretty chill.
Yep.
So.
You can see some powerful hate cards in here, though. I think he's running the full play set of Settle and Ixalan's Binding in the main, and we just saw a cast out there.
A foil cast out. That was pretty.
Yeah, it's a pretty foil.
It's a pretty card, just straight up.
Yeah, I would recommend the art. It is actually very good, and it's pretty clean removal. Like, it doesn't get much better than a card that you could cycle for a land, or you can just exile something.
Yeah.
And they're probably not going to remove the enchantment main deck. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
You might see a Rex Sage, and that's about it. In Modern, it's the same thing. You rarely see hard removal like that. The most you'd see is like a Kasali Pride Mage. Which,
and with the option of it having cycle on it is actually a really big reason why I actually started playing Forsake the Worldly in my commander deck.
Yeah, no.
Just to have that extra option.
Right. No, the cycling is very good. That card is just good. Like,
yeah, it's all around really
I don't know. It's not modern good, but
it's
honestly,
extremely standard good.
If it was like 3 mana, I would think it would be good enough.
That's fair. Yeah, I could see it being played in standard at 3 mana, or in modern at 3 mana.
Like.
It's being played at in standard at 4 mana, which
the tension sphere is played in modern, and that card does hit multiples, but that card also doesn't have flash or cycling.
And it also is 2 different colors.
Right. Yeah, but most decks that play it don't have an issue with getting blue. I dropped something.
Right.
With getting blue white.
But my point is if cast out was 3, it would open it up to even more decks.
Yeah. Oh,
which it's less of a splash.
I mean, I think it would have to be double white in one, but still, like.
I'll agree with that.
Like a good old Stasis Snare or a rare. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Wizards still tries to make the play balanced. They care more about the sealed format, obviously, because of all the mistakes in Aether Revolt and Exelon and stuff. But like, yeah, there's. They care more about the sealed or the limited play, so we don't see too many horrible things. Saheeli copycat.
Ugh.
That was just a mistake on their part. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I get it. It
like
happens.
I've said before, I think if I remember correctly what I read, and granted I read this or I heard this from somebody or something like that, they didn't think that the copycat combo would be as prevalent as it was. They thought people would just look right over it.
Yeah. So they knew about it, but
Boy,
they
were wrong.
Well, yeah, they knew about it. They didn't think it was as good as
they didn't
how they tested it.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit on their mistake.
Yeah.
But still.
But the biggest problem is, and this is coming from a friend of mine who worked at Wizards for a few months. The people who work at Wizards aren't great at playing Magic.
I mean, I believe it. They like designing stuff. Like,
yeah.
It's the different mindset. If they wanted to play it, they would be a player or a player. Right.
But at the same time, like when going into the playtesting with that sort of stuff, that would get overlooked.
Right. They have playtesters. They have specific people set aside, but
they're not necessarily the best.
Even if they're good, like you can't do everything, and it's just part of the real world. Like,
right.
As good as you can be, there's still stuff that's gonna be looked over. Like, you see pros playing 2 lands all the time, and like there's an argument that that's cheating or whatever, but we can hope that there's just mistakes. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's not much you can do, but you can tell that Wizards has draft in mind when they design a set. Yeah. So that's kind of where we see cards like that. Yeah, Limited's going to be
more in mind than probably anything else, just because it sells more packs.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's just that, like,
it's not affected by the secondary market.
How many Banisher Priests have we seen recently?
Right.
We saw one in Kaladesh, which was actually fine. It was like a 1/3.
Yeah.
And that card was good, but, like, there was no cards to go with it that were good. So, right. And that's kind of what it is. The card was great in draft, but other than that, you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Banisher Priest is a great card, and that card's nowhere right now. Like, I haven't seen it in a long time. I think it is actually a human. If you're playing humans in Commander, that's like a card I've seen before, but that's it.
Which, I mean, at that point, you have so many other options that do basically the same thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Seen Essence Scatter countering Valiant Knights. Jesse is ready for this matchup. I think.
Yeah, it's a human cleric.
Yeah, I think Jesse's favored in this matchup. Mm-hmm. Just because
the control.
Yeah, Mike can.
Oh boy.
That's fine.
Yeah, that seems pretty acceptable.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it's great, but it's acceptable.
I don't know how I feel as Jesse right now. I countering it is fine, but I don't think you need it either. Like, he is wasting a resource on an advantage card, so
yeah.
Like, and I
mean, granted, it is search for Azcanta.
Yeah, right. Search lets you dig deep for the answers, but yeah, divination, draw some cards, and then he's probably just going to counter Mike's next spell, and then Mike's going to be really low, like low on. Oh, okay, that changes it up a little bit because what can he play? Vanquish's Banner. Is that cast or enters the battlefield? I feel like you would know.
I believe it is cast.
Okay, so that's something that I would counter. If it was enters the battlefield, I would not. If it's cast, I would.
Whenever you cast a creature spell of the chosen type, draw a card.
Okay, because that's different. Because if it was enter the battlefield, Jesse just wouldn't let anything else resolve.
Right, but because it is on the cast, that would be a huge
Mike would
amount
draw
of advantage.
the cards, and yeah, it's the same thing with.
I'm gonna flip into Azcanta the Sunken Ruin.
Yep. So good card, quality Magic right here.
Yeah.
No overpowered cards here. So he's trying to have his he's thinking ahead of how he needs to tap so he can activate it and counter a spell. All right, so he's activating it main phase, looking for something to do later on.
Not sure if I should take this Band-Aid off or not.
Probably not.
Why not? I mean, you can see.
I mean, yeah, it's a cut.
Yeah. I got very friendly with the store paper slicer.
It's just a little cut, or a little kiss.
Yeah, I got a little bloodthirsty, and I had to appease the sharp knife gods for the day. So they've been appeased, so we're all going to be safe here for another week.
Darn.
Yeah, what actually happened was I was cutting out some proxies, and I was moving my hand around and got a little too up close and personal with it.
Oh, yeah. That happened at a desk in school in 7th grade. I got a, you know, it was English class. I thought I was safe from any danger.
Nope.
And then
you're never safe from danger in English class.
Have
you heard our native language?
And then I reach over the.
Nothing is sacred in English.
So these are mounted desks with like a little compartment on the bottom, with wires and like not wires. It was like a mounted thing. It was like a rack on the bottom of the chair, so you could put your stuff. And so one side was sealed off, and just to make it easier for, I think it was actually right-handed people. It was a weird design of the desk. So to reach over the right side and get your stuff, you couldn't because there was a barrier there. Sorry, the audio just got really quiet on them. They just got really quiet. It threw me off. But so someone cut it off, and so there were these jagged edges right there. And so I reached down to get my stuff,
and
I come up, and just the worst cut of my life on my wrist. And I still have a scar right here. It's still bright white right there.
Oh, jeez. Well, it could have been much, much worse. It's actually just a small little sliver.
Right.
But not near any major veins.
Right. Well, actually, it is. It's like half an inch, not even, right next to that.
Well, I mean, half an inch is still pretty significant.
I know.
Yeah, it's not like right on top of it. But it's not like, oh my God, Justin almost died in English class.
But when I was younger, the vein was closer because my arm grew because I was a little boy. But I got a cut from the desk, and I went to the nurse, and she was like, put a Band-Aid on it. And then 2 weeks later, it was still not healed because it was just such a bad cut. Because it was just, it's not stitch-worthy, but it was just deep. Like, yeah. And yeah, the desk
and probably needed a little bit more than a Band-Aid on it.
And the school realized that if they didn't file those parts, they were going to get sued. So lucky for everyone else, the next weekend, because it was a Friday, the weekend we came back, they were all filed. So
it's kind of like what happened with me at Festival last year, where it was an incident of you're welcome.
Ren, look.
Jess!
Yeah, that's
Cutting Castaway, isn't it?
The game is happening, yeah. No, that is not Cutting Castaway. That is the dual deck Planeswalker.
Oh my God, it is the
Planeswalker deck.
The Planeswalker deck, Jace.
This is a very
interesting build.
I love this. I love what's happening. He just got attacked with Big Fish.
It's Ingenious Mind Mage.
Yeah. His plus is draw card, which is good.
Yeah, +1 draw card, +1 untap all creatures you control, -9 gain control of up to 3 target creatures.
And draw card is fine, but Fleet Swallower...
that is a Fleet Swallower.
His library is getting swallowed. He just got traumatized.
Yeah, this
is an interesting control deck. I guess it really speeds up the process, like, of milling your opponent out, like, infinitely.
Yeah, and especially since it is on the attack.
Yeah.
And not on damage. That's some crazy.
It's also a 6/6, right?
Yeah, it's a 6/6 for 7.
I have some German ones from Robert.
All right, well, this game just regained my entire interest.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I have ADD. Actually have ADD.
Fleet Swallower is not a common card for control decks. I've actually seen it before. It was in the spot of a Teferi. I think there was an article by somebody that was saying that it's a good finisher as well, as a replacement for Teferi, because Teferi wants to slowly lock your opponent out, and Fleet Swallower kind of just halves your opponent's resources.
Yeah, every single time
every turn, and it does have the smallpox effect where the effectiveness runs out, but the initial effectiveness is so important that it just
Thank you, No Jords or No Hordes for the follow.
Yeah.
Feel free to correct us on our pronunciation.
Yes, we are.
Always correct us on our pronunciation if we say something wrong, unless it's Teferi, because, you know, triggering Jake is fun.
Fun fact, if you guys have not seen Jake Valentine, look up Wario. And then,
I know how Teferi is supposed to be pronounced, but triggering Jake is fun.
So imagine Wario and then shave off the mustache, and that's Jake.
Brutal.
Adam, we got Jake, we volunteered Jake to, if someone donated bits, Jake would have to grow a Wario mustache.
Still hasn't happened.
And then, Jake did not agree, but we had it. And, so it is still canon. He still has to do it. But in that same stream, he did call his girlfriend, and he was like, what would you do if I came home with a Wario mustache? And her response was the best thing I've ever heard. It was, I would marry you just to divorce you.
I need to meet his girlfriend.
And
she sounds fantastic.
It was so funny. I laughed so hard. And that's still one of my favorite streams that I've ever ran to this day, just because.
Just that.
Well, it was a great day because Adam was trolling Jake so much with the Wario stuff, and so he was getting traumatized again.
So here's the attack trigger. It's going to get run headlong into a death-touching Arvad.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
he's got like 15 cards left, losing 8.
Yeah, he's lost 3/4 of his deck.
Oh yeah, for
already.
Sure.
If I didn't already miss another trigger, but considering the counting, I
think it's the third time.
So then he's lost 7/8, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. So
he's gonna get some life.
Jesse, I don't think realized that it has death touch, but it doesn't matter at this point.
It really doesn't. He's already got.
Jesse has him locked down so hard. A lot of Mike's cards are dead because he has a lot of hateful cards in here, like Ixalan's Binding and Settle Wreckage, that just aren't good in the matchup because. Control decks are very uncommon here on Wednesdays, at least.
This is the only control deck I've seen in a while.
Right. There are a lot on Fridays here, but most of the players here on Wednesdays come to have a good time. So people don't often play control,
except for Jesse, apparently.
Hey, I said often.
Yeah.
Control is fun. It's a fun matchup.
I mean, control is fun for control players a lot of the time.
So control is a fun matchup within reason.
Yeah.
It's always good to see your unique matchups and stuff, and it's always fun to play. It's just the how often you see the deck is really what takes the fun out of a game.
So we've got the double knights here.
Yeah, double knights, and then censor. Wow, he got censored.
Yeah.
Wow, that.
You got enough out of that turn, sir.
No, the censor is just that, like. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised it wasn't cycled already. that's where I'm at. Like.
Yeah.
That was the perfect amount of mana just to censor him, and he's got like 8 cards in hand, and Mike has none.
Yeah, Mike is currently hellbent.
And he's staring down a Torrential Gearhulk, which is a very good blocker. I would not attack with that. You don't need to attack with that. And
yeah, and especially since the knights don't have hexproof don't have anything against blue.
Yeah, well,
a
double block kills them both.
Yeah.
If he double blocks, they just trade because they both have first strike.
Right.
So, but they're good in blocking one each. Like you block a knight and then
block a knight, the knight dies. Block the other knight the next turn, the knight dies.
Yeah. And Jesse is. I don't know what that card is.
I know it is an Ixalan
pirate ship. Oh, he's attacking.
Yeah, it's a vehicle. It's a pirate ship of some sort.
All right, so
I'm going to look it up because I don't know this offhand. It's probably a schooner.
I think it's Schleek. I really don't know. So I'm assuming it is the one that loots when it deals combat damage because that is the most reasonable one.
It is not Sleek schooner.
It is not. That looks exactly like that.
That is. It is a 4/3 with crew 1. That's all it does, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he has some one powered creatures in there.
Yeah, it seems pretty solid just to drop, but that Jace is gonna take some damage.
Yeah. Maybe it was he didn't think that Heart of Kron was in that list for a reason, and so he's like, let's just put another vehicle in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, Mike is attacking face.
That Jace does not do a lot.
That's true. And it still has to uptick at least 2 more times.
It ults at like 11, right?
It ults at 9.
9, okay. Like, the Jace does a lot, but hitting face is more likely to end the game.
Yeah. So, gonna draw.
Draw a card. His library is also getting very low. I would like to note that. He has probably 15, Mike has probably 4.
I would also would very much like to get Jesse's deck list after this round.
Yeah.
Even if I have to write it out myself again, because I gladly will.
Look at you volunteering for stuff. That is a cat that I've never seen. That cat I feel like was in a Planeswalker deck.
It may have been.
I just don't know what it does. That's why I don't I don't recognize it. So I just assume it was in the Planeswalker deck.
Because this is a really interesting build. I mean, obviously, Jason Genius Mind Mage all around.
So I would like to note that now that he has the cat, the schooner is good. I would crew block our. Oh, double unsummon your knights. Got him.
Ooh.
Look at that. He unsummoned each knight.
And now he's...
And now he's crewing the block. A crew schooner, yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's still... Arvad still has Death Touch, but it still takes
How big is
care
Arvad?
of Arvad. Is, I believe, a 2/2.
Really? He's small.
He might be a 3/3.
Okay. Still.
Or he is an uncommon. He is a 3/3.
Okay.
He's a 3/3 for 5.
Alright, that's not bad. Yeah, it's crew schooner. Do you guys know the name of that cat in chat? I don't.
It might be Graceful Cat.
It could be.
It's Graceful Cat.
Graceful Cat, what does it do?
Whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Otherwise, it is a 2/2 for 3. And as level 4 Judge has said in chat, it crew schooner.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I was wondering if it had any other abilities.
Yeah, whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
Interesting.
And it is from the Amonkhet Planeswalker deck because it is 273 out of 276.
Yep. Right.
Or 269. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, that's
numbers are hard, guys. My brain did not want to read that correctly.
Sorry, I don't think so either. I don't do the thinking.
No, that's what you have me for.
Do.
Yeah, we're gonna come at the Jace now because we don't want that Jace to ult and take our knights.
Yep. If I was Mike, I would rather the knights die than let Jace ult here.
Yeah. So yeah, Jace is gonna take the 6, and that's cool.
I love this Jace. I'm happy someone's playing it. I really do. I think it did not see enough time played. And
yeah, it's actually fine. Like 6
really
mana is a lot of mana.
It is, but
it has 2 pluses, and they're both good.
The people don't like him because he doesn't protect himself, and that's the general rule for Planeswalkers. They need to be able to protect themselves. Like
which as long as you have creatures, it does protect itself. It untaps your creatures.
Exactly. That's the thing. But because he's blue and he untaps creatures, that's awkward. Like most decks don't. Like most blue decks don't run a lot of creatures, so they are really awkward to get. And so here we see a Teferi. And
draw, do some untapping.
So Teferi's argument that he defends himself is that he untaps the lands. Yes, he tucks something, but that never happens.
Yeah, you're more likely going to see it untap for
he untaps lands, and yeah, he counters stuff. That's kind of his protection. And he also untaps for removal, which is not oftenly seen, but it happens.
Yeah, so he's going to get in for 3 there because that cat's not doing a whole lot as a blocker.
Yeah. I mean, I would have left it back because he can Alpha Strike a Planeswalker right here. Now he can kill Jace and put Teferi to 1.
So we're going to see if we see a counter spell here.
Right. Those are... Oh, I forgot. The stack is a thing. I would be okay with going for face. He's at 14. His life total is not steady.
Yeah, so Jace is going to die, and yeah, I mean... to 1.
Mike looks like he still has 4 cards. Sorry, I'm stepping on wires again.
Yeah, you are.
I'm entangled in the wires. I am one with the wires.
That's probably not a good thing. Don't be Tezzeret.
Do. I just want to be a living train. Can that be better? That way, the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song stuck in my head is more reasonable.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and draw again. Looks like
that looks like an Essence Scatter.
Yeah.
Impulse. Look for removal. Yeah. That's a Teferi. That's good removal.
Looks like that's probably what we took.
Yep. His library is so little right now.
Yeah. So he's because primary Teferi is at 2. He probably is gonna recast or not recast, cast another Teferi, and he can untap 4 lands in a turn.
I don't hate that. I also don't hate just tucking Banalish Marshal.
Yeah.
Because, I believe he leaves...
it looks like we're going on the Teferi.
Right.
Legend
So
rule.
Legend Rule, get rid of the old one, get the new one. I don't hate tucking Banalish Marshal because I'm pretty sure he has an Essence Scatter, and he already has the trigger to untap 2. So, okay, so he's reconsidering.
Yeah, he's going to draw and tap 4. So that will leave him with 5 mana up, which is pretty solid. Yep. So this Teferi ended up being basically kind of free.
Yeah. Well, actually, the important part is he can activate Azcanta.
Yeah. Teferi is probably going to die here, but it still did enough for him there that it's not really a big deal.
I don't know.
Like, it's unfortunate to see it go, but
if I was in Mike's
depending on
position,
what Jesse has
face.
in hand, yeah.
So Mike is 1 off of activating that and just killing Jesse straight out.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, it's cancel. Okay, that wasn't an Essence Scatter. I thought it was one of the older arts of Essence Scatter.
Okay, right. Yeah. So he's gonna cancel that, which
Canceled.
is smart.
Yep.
He does still have 2 mana up.
Yeah. It's not enough to activate Azcanta, but he got his use out of it.
Yeah.
That was certainly worth it. Because you do not want that card to resolve. Because especially...
Oh, no, he has 3 cards up.
Yeah.
He's got a Field of Ruin there. I didn't see the Field of Ruin.
Okay. So he can field, take out, I don't know, something.
Yeah, I don't think... Fielding here is not really going to do him any good.
Well, it does take a draw of land out.
That is true. It does take another card out of Mike's deck. That is very true.
Oh yeah. Well, Mike can fail to find, but he does have to shuffle. But Jesse, I meant Jesse, is less likely to draw lands.
That is also true.
That's so he is taking a lot. He is actually taking like 11 here.
I believe one of the swings was at Ferry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Marshall went to Ferry.
Yeah, so that's gonna bring him down to 2.
This is an interesting game. I like this. This is
and
still
we are still in game 1.
I was going to say, this is still game 1, and we're almost 30 minutes in.
Yeah. We're a little over halfway through this round.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's blue-white. This is one of the better blue-white games I've ever seen. Yeah. So.
Well, this is a very spicy build.
Yeah.
So that is...
that is
a Tulpa, isn't it?
That is, the tap dinosaur. The,
It is a pterodon, though.
Yeah, it's I think it's a 2/3 flyer, and it makes your creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped.
Yeah, that one. The not
It's like Sunwing. Oh, and Ixalan's binding. How rude. How rude. I hope that gets countered. I don't like that card.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that we're seeing from Jesse that I have not seen in Standard. Literally ever.
Oh boy, cancel. Have not seen that card in a long time. Negate.
Yep.
Got him.
Solid.
Negate's a very good card. I don't know what you want to say. Like,
especially when you're when it's going up against an Ixalan's binding like that. One of your best creatures.
No. And unfortunately, Jesse is in a position where he has to block. But
yeah. Yep. So he's gonna take through there.
And go.
Probably. No, I'm not going to activate Azcanta.
I think he forgot.
He probably did.
Well, he might have just a removal. That's why he didn't do it. Draw.
What are we going to do here?
Supreme Verdict. Got him. A Regal Caracal. There he is. Get them kitties out there. There are cat tokens there.
Solid.
Oh, okay. He's
solid.
Ready. He's ready with his cat. Oh, never mind. He was ready to get tokens. I should say that, but...
Yeah, if we can go ahead and get him some cat tokens.
Yep, they should be there. I hope no one stole our cats. We need them dearly. But...
Don't take the kitties.
And
a Shalai.
Ooh, that's a big...
Oh, boy.
That's a big drop.
Yeah. So that's going to definitely put him in a much better position.
So not only is it very impactful, it benefitly, or it
benefitly?
Oh, wow, come on. All right. I just want to get rid of the Banalish Marshal. I know I'm not supposed to root, but like I want that Benosh Marshall gone. That card's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, Mike just keeps top decking some really good stuff here.
Yeah, and well, I was gonna say that Shalai profitably blocks. I was just looking for the word profitably. Profitably blocks the Benosh Marshall to actually trade, but Cartouche stops that. So.
Yeah, that first strike.
Yep. Block.
So throw some cat tokens.
Caracal doesn't do anything here. I would rather get rid of Caracal.
Yeah. That Shalai.
Actually, double block. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, Shalai is really important.
Yeah.
Like, she is one of the best cards ever.
So, yep, we're going to go ahead.
Remembering
now
as
we're going
Kanta.
to, activate that as Kanta.
2,
Look for some stuff.
3, 4. I don't know if those cards are in the front.
I believe it's... Is it 4?
Yeah, it's 4. No,
Okay.
I in the cards on the front of the hand, I don't know what they are.
So he's going to get some good stuff.
Yep, I believe he actually has cycled through his library at this point.
Yeah.
So he is running out of cards, I will say that.
Yeah, but he is... Yeah, both players are getting
Mike has like
extremely low.
1 card left.
Yeah, Mike can't have more than a couple of cards.
He didn't miss the lifelink. First strike killed the tokens first.
Yeah, they didn't deal any damage, unfortunately.
But
that life gain would have been really
helped.
But...
I don't know if he can actually recover from this point. I would love to see a way to do it, but
yeah. So he's gonna go.
He's still digging. So he is either just playing to play or has some. Okay, another Caracal is good. Is Caracal? Yeah, another Caracal is enough to live another turn.
Yeah, I at least put some things in front and.
He truly does not have many cards left.
Yeah.
Are we able to get a deck check on Mike? Or not a deck check, a library check? At least 2 cards?
Okay. So I'd very much like to see this Teferi tuck something here.
Yes. Benelish Marshall for sure.
Yes.
Oh, what? I don't like an attack with a Shalai here.
No.
Jesse has a small stack of 10 plus. Okay, it does not look
and
like that many from here. He missed the Teferi plus.
But he's still on tapping.
Oh, did he? Okay,
Yeah.
he might have done it. Yeah, no, Teferi's at 5. I think you remembered.
I think you did. You're right. Okay, so we're gonna get a History of Analia here, which is really good.
Yeah, that's shamefully good. It is a 3-for-1. And I guess Jesse can't counter it at this point. Because he would have countered something previously.
Yeah.
So block and block and block, right? And not die.
Yeah, block and no life gain, unfortunately.
Yep.
So we're gonna activate as Kanta again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Land. I think that third one was
Not
a land.
land.
That
That looks like a cast out.
That's a cat. It's the cat.
Oh, it's the cat.
Already.
So yeah, that is a whiff.
Yep. I think he is officially out of spells, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Which is not a good way to go. Oh, no, that's a...
Encase and Ice, I believe.
No, it's the... Gone... The blink an eye?
Blink of an eye, yeah.
So yeah.
So...
The kicker...
yeah, it's got
spell.
kicker.
It's, the kicker is just draw a card.
Yeah, which he doesn't really want to do here. But it is still returned on land permanent, and that
yes.
2-for-1s with the cartouche.
Uh-huh.
So that seems pretty acceptable here. Yeah, gonna go ahead and get rid of that.
I would have done it at combat.
Yeah, I would have probably waited.
It's fine.
Definitely not swing with Shalai here, because that
is uncertain death.
Yeah. That is...
You know Ketra's name, I think. It's Trial of Solidarity.
Is that Trial?
Yeah. Or Trial of...
No, you're right, it is Solidarity.
It is? Okay.
So, +2/+1 Vigilance. So, that Shalai is not tapped.
Yeah. He found an Essence Scatter, so he wasn't out of spells. So he can actually Essence Scatter the creature that's played, but...
Yeah.
Well, this is a long game. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that Shalai should not be tapped, though.
Thanks for sticking with us. We apparently have 55 people watching.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
I love you.
So this is probably going to be it here.
Mike does have the pretty knight token, though. The one that goes with history.
Yeah.
I just love that art so much. That token is so pretty.
All of the sagas have absolutely beautiful art.
Yeah. No,
I love the design
I love them all. I don't think any have bad art.
But the design of them is beautiful.
Yeah.
Just because, like, how the actual card layout is designed.
Like the
art
stained
looks
glass,
really good. Yeah, the art is good. The design is good because it's side by side, and I actually really like that.
Yeah. Have you seen the walkers with their stained glass alternate?
Yes.
Yeah, those are really cool as well.
You mean?
Oh yeah, your phone.
That one?
Yeah, I forgot that was your phone.
Yeah, Chandra's my lock screen, and Nissa is my background
home screen.
Because I'm on the front page and my bay is in the middle.
So Jesse,
because I'm basically Chandra.
Jesse is dead to combat damage there, so they're going into a short game 2. Looks like.
Yep.
Coming with, they're probably gonna have about 11 minutes when they shuffle up.
Yeah. So that was definitely an interesting game. Also, maybe make sure that Jesse knows that Trial of Solidarity gives vigilance.
Did he unflip his Azcanta? I wasn't paying attention. I thought he did.
That's true. He can read his own cards, but technically your creatures don't tap. I don't know. It's wonky. I mean, there was a few wonky things in that game. But.
Yeah, I mean, the game wasn't perfect, but it was entertaining nonetheless.
It was, absolutely.
So it doesn't look like it's sideboarded. I hope Jesse's playing that return all non-land permanents your target opponent controls to their hand. That is a card that I kind of would be expecting out of a blue-white build similar to this. Choosing player draw. Looks like... Click. Come back from Jesse? No, Jesse lost that game. He could come back this round. He did lock...
Yeah, he absolutely could.
He locked him out very quickly last game, and he actually just ran out of counter spells, and Mike just kept drawing threats. Like, it was just kind of like a chance game there. And that's kind of the unfortunate part about the blue-white deck, that you kind of have to just hope sometimes. And you never feel like it when you're playing against it, but sometimes your opponent just actually has nothing. And that's kind of how the blue-white control deck in Modern runs. Very often your opponent will opt into Terminus because they have to hope, and they have the heart of the cards. So we see another main phase Blink of the Deny, so your opponent can just untap and then play it. Oh no, that was end step, my bad. Then Mike's gonna... What did he play? Why is his mana tapped? I don't know what he played. Didn't he just play that? I thought he played it second. I don't know.
I look away for a second.
Yeah, I was watching and I didn't even see. He's getting stuck on mana now. So Knight of Grace is just going to be whacking him for 2 over and over.
Yeah. And eventually probably 3.
Yeah.
When I cast out that as a Canto, that pretty foil.
That's something that... well, actually, it depends what position Jesse is in, if I would want that to resolve or not. I cannot see his hand. Judging by the amount of lands he has, I would have tried to fight it, but he may not have a way to fight it.
Yeah.
He's cycling. He's hitting his land. He's trying to hit his land.
This is probably going to be over here pretty quick if Jesse can't find any lands in the next couple of turns.
Yep. Gear Hulk. Yeah, we saw Gear Hulk last game, but he just doesn't have lands right now.
Yeah. Like, I definitely want to get his deck list, and I'll probably do that after this last round. But oh boy, this is a really interesting deck with some really interesting choices.
Yeah. All right.
Get some kitties.
Spectre 2. That's not that one. It's Valiant. He played Valiant Knight.
Is it a land? It doesn't look like it because he did not windmill slam that.
Yeah, you're right. I think he was about to Azcanta trigger it and then forgot that his Azcanta is gone.
Yeah, it's a little in timeout. Yep, we're going to discard. We are not
That's
finding
rough.
lands. This
That's
is
really
probably
rough.
going to be a pretty quick here.
Yep. I mean, he has.
Well, and here's the Knight of Malice.
Yeah, I mean.
So at this
doesn't even
point, it's
add that
pretty
much.
well over.
I think he has a Gideon of the Trials in his hand.
It looks like there's also a Cartouche in hand.
Yeah. Is that a Gideon of the Trials in his hand?
We're about to find out.
Oh, no,
Looks
it's
like...
a Marshall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
It
would have
looks
played that
like
Marshall
there's an
earlier.
Ariel in hand as well as a white Cartouche.
Yeah.
So.
See, the thing about this Knights deck is it does curve
3,
out
4.
excellently, and that's kind of the strong point of the deck is that it just
5,
kind of
6, 7. I
it plays
believe
a lot
there's
of
7 in there.
Hey,
Demonic
Cloverlord. Demonic. Oh, it's Demonic Overlord. Duh.
You can read. I'm so proud.
I read Demonic Cloverlord. I'm tired. I woke up to
Clearly.
be here. I gotta mention it every round.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse's just gonna concede because he has or no.
Yeah,
well,
he's way too
he died
far
to combat
behind.
damage, but
Yeah, and he was also
got
way too
so
far
far behind
Yeah.
because he could not make a land drop, and that sometimes you just gotta hope you draw lands, and sometimes